The next stage of the impeachment process against President Trump is at hand. Word came today that the presentation of evidence will take place on Monday, with the formal crafting of articles of impeachment to follow immediately. Congressional correspondent Lisa Desjardins begins our coverage.
At a Capitol podium reserved for the most formal or profound moments, the Speaker of the House made her announcement.
The facts are uncontested. The president abused his power for his own personal political benefit at the expense of our national security, sadly, but with confidence and humility, with allegiance to our founders and a heart full of love for America. Today, I am asking our chairman to proceed with articles of impeachment.
Speaker Pelosi said the president's actions have left lawmakers no choice. Hours after returning from a NATO summit in Europe, President Trump had a few words about impeachment.
It's a big fat hoax.
He was more verbal on Twitter, writing earlier in the day, "If you are going to impeach me, do it now, fast," saying he wants to move to a Senate trial. And on the Senate floor, a key player in any future trial, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, joined the president in lashing out at Democrats' process.
American families deserve better than this partisan paralysis where Democrats literally obsess over impeachment and obstruct everything else.
House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy said Democrats have not proven their case.
This is so divisive. You need something overwhelming. You need something compelling, and it doesn't meet the criteria. But the party means more to them than the country.
Republicans have pushed the idea that Democrats are acting out of anger. That led to another remarkable moment today. As Speaker Pelosi left her weekly news conference, a reporter asked if she hates the president.
I don't hate anybody.
Representative Collins, Lisa,
House, we don't hate anybody, not anybody in the world.
Pelosi stopped in her tracks and firmly said impeachment is not personal.
This is about the Constitution of the United States and the facts that lead to the president's violation of his oath of office. And as a Catholic, I resent your using the word hate, so don't mess with me when it comes to words like that.
Partisan lines and powerful sentiments will keep mounting. Next, the House Judiciary Committee plans a hearing Monday to look at the evidence for impeachment and the 300-page report about that evidence from the House Intelligence Committee.
And now to help us walk through what is next for Congress and the impeachment inquiry, Lisa joins me here. So, Lisa, as you said, they're holding this hearing on Monday. How is it going to be different? What do we expect?
Let's talk about this. This could be the most substantial hearing that we see before articles of impeachment come out. So let's talk about it. First, this is what we're going to see. Presentation of the Democrats' impeachment report from the House Intelligence Committee. There will be witnesses who will be staff, counsel, Republican and Democratic counsel. We don't know yet how many or exactly who. And both sides, Republicans and Democrats, will both be able to question those witnesses. Essentially, Judy, it's as if a prosecuting team, the counsel for the Democrats, will present their evidence that charges should be brought, impeachment charges, and then a defense team, the Republican counsel, will try and present their arguments that no, there's not enough evidence for impeachment.
So do we know, they're going to move ahead, so do we know the timing of when the full House would vote?
No, we don't, but I am told that the announcement today doesn't change the timing, that they still seem to be on track for a possible committee vote on articles of impeachment as soon as next week and a possible full House vote the following week. I don't know that it's set in stone yet, but that seems to be the track that they remain on. One big question, of course, Judy, is still whether the president will participate. If he decides to, and he has until tomorrow night to make that decision per Democrats' deadline, that will change the timeline because he can try and ask for witnesses, all of those things. Will he want to participate? I spoke to Kevin McCarthy, asked him personally, will the president participate? McCarthy doesn't usually say yes or no, doesn't give clear answers about the president often. He indicated to me he doesn't think the president should participate. To me, that's a strong signal that the president is leaning toward no.
So perhaps he's recommending it.
He didn't say that. I know he's talking to the president, so I don't know who's recommending what, but he's certainly gauging the temperature at the White House very closely.
What about the Democrats? How unified are they on this? We assume Republicans are still all against it, but what about that?
That's right. So if you talk to Democrats, the most interesting group, of course, are those moderates. There are 31 Democrats who are in districts that the president won. I spoke to several of those offices today, and where they're at is they are waiting to see exactly what is in these articles of impeachment. Multiple offices told me it is very possible that they could vote yes on some articles of impeachment, those moderate Democrats, and no on other articles of impeachment when they hit the House floor. Nancy Pelosi needs 218 votes for any article of impeachment. We'll have to see how they draft them to see if she will get those votes on all of the articles that they present. Republicans, I'm watching closely too. We'll see. If public opinion changes, some Republican votes could peel off as well.
But what she needs is a simple majority.
That's correct. At this point, the standard in the Senate is much higher, but at this point, it's a simple majority.
Lisa Desjardins, thank you.
You're welcome.